What's going on, Solid Steppers? What's up, Tech the Titans? This is Miss Ward coming to you from State Road 79. I'm taking State Road 79 south, headed back into Florida out of Alabama. And what I want to talk about is the importance of learning and solidifying your original skill set. You know, I see a lot of people that they're all over the place. They want to do a lot of things, but the first venture that you're working on, you need to get steady and you need to get consistent cash flow in that venture before you add anything else or go to try to discover something else. Even if it is a job, if you have a job that pays decent, you got great insurance, you got tuition reimbursement, whatever you got, get that job on autopilot so that it can continue to feed your bills, feed your family, feed whatever distraction that will be in place. You know, I was talking to some of my students, some of my coaching students, and some of my present and some of my former. And, you know, one thing that one of them said to me, Miss Ward, you're always moving forward. You're always on it. You're always 20 steps ahead. And I don't think, you know, let me explain how that happens. Whatever issues and challenges I'm having where I am now, I drill down until I get those removed. Is it perfect? No. But it's at the point where it can't handicap my ability to focus on something else and still maintain at a superior level where I am. So if, like, prime example, when I had a job, a 9 to 5, I was so good at that damn job, I could do it in my sleep. And I had my system to where I could get maximum income from my bonuses, from the way I handled my staff. Like, all that stuff was on. It wasn't on autopilot. I ain't gonna tell you that lie. But it was at the point where I had touch points that I could control it enough to get this business off the ground so that when I left or separated from it, I didn't miss a beat. You know, of course I had hiccups because everybody has hiccups in business when you start. But the kids, you keep getting up and adjust along the way. If people think that you're going to get out here and it's going to be a blueprint and it's going to be step by step and you ain't going to have no problems, if that was the case, everybody would be doing it. And that's not the case. A lot of people start appliance repair businesses. They get disoriented. They get discouraged because they run into things and they're doing it this way and that way. And what they don't understand, 99% of the stuff you're watching on the internet is old. These are rudimentary, fundamental stuff you can do in any business to get started. Everybody should know how to get an EIN number. Everybody should know how to go and structure your business on your website for the state. Like, that's not rocket science. Everybody should know how to sign up for these warranty companies. The key is, do you really understand what their expectation is and what the exchange and business is going to be? What is the ticket average going to be? What are their cap limits? What are they really paying? What are they paying in your market? What will your market bear? How many jobs will you get to sustain yourself? And do you have the skill set of learning how to go in and troubleshoot and diagnose properly the first time? If you don't have those things in place, you are not going to win. What you're going to do, what you're going to find yourself doing is, if you're working a job, the job is really feeding the business. It ain't feeding you. It's sustaining the business, and it gives you a false sense of security that the business is doing better than the job. See, people don't understand. They really don't understand. They never look at the full picture. And I'm having this conversation because I've been there. I know what it looks like, and I want you to win. But I want you to win from your world. And when I say from your world, you know, a lot of people attempt to pattern themselves. They take something I say and then they run with it, and they don't even have the whole story, nor do they have the backdrop. And I'm not giving that to you for free, because I don't do free 99. Anybody know Miss Ward? If you ain't got no skin in the game, I can't help you, because I can't teach people how to get off their ass and want something. I cannot teach you how to have that drive and ambition to believe in you when everything around you is falling apart. Learning how to notice when the tide is turning and how to stay in front of the tide, because you don't allow yourself to be distracted with things that are not important to the survival of your life, your business, your health, your mental health and physical health and financial health and your spiritual health. You know, people I ain't never seen nothing like it. I see so many people distracted with social media. They're distracted with this and that, and it is not putting a dime in their pocket, ain't paying bill the first. But yet still they want to talk smack about the job that's actually keeping them on above water. You know, you got to be grateful wherever you are. Because if you ain't grateful for the small things, you damn sure ain't gonna get blessed with the big things. Because you don't have the maturity to handle it. You don't have the intellectual bandwidth. You out here doing SEAL. You know how I feel about that. Self-induced adversity. 99% of the problems you have were inflicted by you or a choice you made. Be an adult, own it, and fix it. And sometimes the only way you're gonna be able to fix it is get your ass up and move away from those influences. Rediscover who you are, because you're great on your own, and get it done. And it's going to be lonely. It's going to be hard. But Miss Ward is cool. I'm cool as they come when it comes to being by myself, because, you know, you discover so many things you have forgotten. You discover your strengths. And I mean, it's not like I'm by myself, but when I say that, I mean, when I have to go and do some introspective stuff and jack my own collar, pull my own collar, get my own ass in order. Because when I make these videos, I'm trying to tell y'all, I am talking to myself 99.9% of the time. Either I'm talking to my former self, my present self, or my future self. Don't get the big head. Don't think that this is how it's going to go, because don't get complacent. And I tell people that all the time, man. How you going to get out here and think you done won and you just got in the game? Well, you making a little money, that ain't even no real money. If you don't have recurring, sustainable income, and that's in any business, see, most people don't have recurring income. They might hit a lick and then they good, then all of a sudden it's all gone because you don't have additional cash flow behind it. You didn't invest it properly in a structure that's going to provide residual passive income, because you didn't know. And what people don't understand, everything is a learning process. So at the end of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable. Every penny that comes through your hand is a blessing. You got to learn how to manage that to get the maximum ROI. I don't care what, let me tell you. Investments are real. You got to be willing to invest and make the best investments for yourself, for your business, for your life, long term. It's a lot of people out here running around in business without certain things, and if something happened, they on their back. It's a problem because they don't have no insurance. They don't have nothing to safeguard them. And what I'm saying is, I'm not going to say go get the first thing, and I'm not going to give any recommendations, because I don't play that game. You know what I mean? I realize that what I say carries a lot of weight, and I don't attach it to any and everything. You know, people getting their feelings about it, but I don't really care. Because I'm the one that's got to sleep at night. And I know that, unfortunately, so many people watch these videos, they don't do the research. So they think this is a shortcut. They run and go do that, and now they stuck. Because they too slow to do the research. Look, I don't care. You take what I say, and you go research it. Don't just go out there and do it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. And if you go do something, you need to do it and make sure you got reserves to recoup. If you don't have the reserves, it's something you can't lose. I'm telling you now, don't put your money in something that you cannot afford to lose, because out here, it's real. It is really real. I watch people all the time overextend themselves. They go and get vehicles and overextend themselves. They go and get these accounts with these different appliance vendors, and they overextend themselves. You know, man, let me tell you, at the end of the day, you need to win. The only way you're going to win is to hold yourself accountable and monitor your steps. And understand you are going to make missteps. That's part of learning. And when you fall, you're only going to fall forward, because when you get up, you're still ahead. You're a lot farther than where you were and where you started. And you got to appreciate that. Savor that stuff. And then build on that and realize that when you're making these steps, you need to be making decisions off of the results of those steps. First, you got to make sure that you're giving it time enough to show accurate results and repeat results, and then you need to put fire on it. I'm here to tell you, you'll hear anybody talk about the rinse repeat method. That's real. But at the end of the day, understand that everything has its limits. Sometimes you got to put your twist on it to get the max. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Everything ain't for everybody, but there's definitely something out here for you. So with that said, Ms. Ward signing off. Right now I'm in downtown Bonifay, Florida, Bonifay. It's this little town. There's plenty of them in Florida. I don't know why y'all think Florida's all palm trees, but it really ain't. There's a lot of rural, small town, and agricultural areas. But like I said, you guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for always having Miss Ward back. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, I wasn't just talking to you. I'm talking to me. Be blessed.